Hey, fellow target individuals. It is Saturday afternoon. I woke up at like 2 or 2:30 because I don't have work. I'm off this weekend. And I spent about 3 hours dealing with my attackers. I was going to go to the FBI office in our city that we have, and I'm going to do that still and just file a report, but I couldn't find it. And then I went on my phone in the yellow book thing. It gives addresses, and I put in like FBI, and then the screen just went white. Just went white immediately, and I can't get it back. I can't get that program back online. But I'll go online. I don't think they're open on Sunday, but I'm gonna go file a report with them. My attackers were just killing me all night long last night. I mean, like I say, like every night they do it, and every day they do it when I go to work. But it's just all the time. It's all the time, nonstop, through years and years. And we all know it's 24/7. 24/7. No touch torture or whatever. No touch killing. And they're killing me. I mean, I woke up at 2, I went to sleep at like 3, stayed up kind of late just watching movies, and I woke up at like 2, so they had 12 hours while I was asleep. And why it's important for them to torture you while you're asleep is because they're cowards, but also because, they use psychotronic weaponry. They're trying to mess with your head. They're trying to shoot stuff and images and, just screw with your head. Like they're trying to screw with your head and your emotions while you're asleep, and your body's not able to defend itself as good as when it's awake. So that's a perfect time for them to do that. Like, and anybody who heard me say that who hadn't been a targeted individual would just be like, "Oh, that he's whacked out. He's schizophrenic or whatever." It's completely true. It's completely 100% true. I wake up, and like right now it's a little bit better, but when I woke up, my whole body, all my muscles were stiff, pretty much in my upper body. Right now it's just my whole head and the sides of my head are just stiff, like they've been microwaved. I can barely think. The only things that I don't even know. I do want to document things, so I'm going to go ahead and make this video. But it's not like I'm going to be able to put words together and speak very well, because they are hurting me very badly. They're murdering me in my home, and a lot of people, they're just going along with it. There's one-light cars and stalkers, vehicular stalkers in the city, and it's all the time. It never stops. It never stops. Last night, I went to a dinner party, and I was hanging out with my parents, some of their friends. It was awesome, great food. And while I was sitting at the table, they were hitting me in the chest, in the side of the head, and the genitals at the same time. So they either have, several remote stations. And what it may be is that during the day, 24 hours a day, this guy, my organizer, hits me. But then at night, some police, or some people he knows in the city, since it's nighttime, they can go to their stations and help out at certain times, because it's not all the time that I'm being hit in several spots. But yeah, I was at dinner, and we were having fun, and it was like, it's a loving environment because it's people that my parents have known their whole lives, and you just want to kind of be there. My grandma was right by me while they were hitting me with high-powered military microwaves, and like one time in the dinner, like I just started, I started tearing up and coughing because they were hitting me so hard in the chest. And when you have like a heart attack or something like that, you start coughing because it's all around your lungs. Like, I've been reading about that. The other night, I went to the emergency room. What I really wanted to do, I wanted to just get like some kind of painkillers, so I could take half a painkiller while they're trashing me with microwaves. But I just sat there for like 4 hours. It was horrible. Then they ended up giving me something. It's like something for your esophagus to decrease inflammation. I might take it. I'm just not. That wasn't my objective. My objective, because when I went to the emergency room, they stopped hitting me because I think they got worried that these people, because they did x-rays to my chest and stuff like that, and I think they were worried that, some of it would come out if they were hitting me too hard. But they gave me some stuff that I think I will use. They gave me lidocaine for a second, like while I was in the waiting to see a doctor, and I drank it, and it numbs the digestive tract, and it did soothe it a little bit, but then the muscular pain on the outside was still there because they hit your whole chest, your lungs, your heart, and everything that's in there, like where you swallow, your esophagus, your throat, and everything like that. This is horrifying. It's a horrifying nightmare. It's been going on for years and years with me. I've been tortured for 5 to 7 years, and then I have people around my house on V2K barking at me like, fuck you, man, you're fucking crazy, man. And then the organizer, who doesn't do it that way, he's much more indirect. He's usually trying to convince his wife, baby, you need to calm down, we gotta kill this guy. So it's just pure insanity. I'd see why anybody would think I'm insane, but I'm not. Like, I'm not at all. This is really happening. And I've got tons of defenses around me, but when they train a directed energy weapon right on you for a whole night in a certain spot, like it can go through. It can get enough force to go through whatever defenses you have. Like at work, it's just crazy what they do. It's really crazy. I want to get away from it. Like, my main goal is to get away, but as we know, I guess in most people's situation, there's a remote aspect. I tried 14 hours to go to West Virginia to live, and they were remotely hitting me so hard. I want to get away, but it looks like he's murdering me. He's got me trapped, and he's got support and protection from authority figures in our society. I don't know what that means for our society. And I make a lot of videos, and I do advocate complete peace, because it's going to just hurt us if you do attack your neighbor or whatever. But I do want to say this, especially to people who are having people break into your house if you're asleep, especially women. If you have anybody who breaks into your house while you're asleep, and you're up and able, get a bat or something like that, just in case somebody comes in your house and tries to rape you or something like that, or comes on your property and tries to hurt you. Get some kind of weapon, or use some kind of weapon, or get a knife in your kitchen and kill them. Defend yourself. I advocate peace, but if somebody's coming up in your house, because these guys, I don't know what they'll do. I have no idea. I know that if they're just remotely hitting me with microwaves and shooting from the sides of my house, I've got to advocate peace, and I've got to be peaceful for that. If they came into my house while I was sleeping, I'm going to grab a knife and I'm going to kill them, or try and kill them, try and defend myself. And I advocate that for especially young women, because I know there are young women being raped in your house. If they're coming up in there and you are awake, don't just let them do what they're going to do to you or hurt you. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Maybe buy a bat or have a knife ready. Somewhere not very close by where you sleep, but close enough where you can get up and get it and defend yourself. I hate saying these things because they're going to use them against me, but it's also important for me to say them because I know there are a lot. I don't know how women work because I'm not a woman, but I know there are a lot of women being attacked and remotely hit with microwaves. Now, if that's the case, I'd recommend, if you're just being hit remotely with microwaves or whatever, be peaceful, do the same things I'm doing. If somebody comes onto your property and attacks you, or comes in while you're asleep and you're not really asleep, they think you're asleep, defend your life. Defend your life. And I hate saying that because, people will try and get me on this. They'll probably get more supporters, and they'll twist what I'm saying, because that's what they do. They twist the truth. They murder Americans. That's the whole point of this, to destroy Americans' lives and murder them. And it's all around the world, so destroy and murder, people in other countries, whoever's doing it to them. But yeah, I really just want to say that, especially if you're if you're a woman and you're alone in your house, and they come into your house, have something ready, and do defend yourself. I advocate peace, But let's get real. Let's get to a real point, like, if somebody's trying to rape you or coming into your house to try and hurt you, you have a right to defend your life. With the microwave stuff, when they're shooting it from their house to your house, that's a little bit trickier. You can't go over and bust in their house. But do defend yourself as Americans. Defend yourself as Americans if somebody is directly threatening your life, physical to physical. I'm very angry at these people. They've stolen a lot of things in my life. They're hurting my family. I know they're attacking my family with this stuff. Like, I know, without a doubt. I really want to get away from my family so that they may back off from them or not have an excuse to hurt them. But, we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep making tons of videos, even if it's just, like this. I mean, right now, they get the high-pitched stuff to kind of work, but my field will, like, just eat that stuff up. So it's like he's trying to get that stuff working. I'm not sure how they're doing it, but they hit me in the heart, and I have a lot of my tabletop defenders on that side of the house. So he's got his tricks. Everything's a trick, because what he's doing, and everybody, you can think I'm crazy or whatever, he is working on this 24/7. Like, he's also got other people working on it 24/7. There is money involved. There's definitely money involved. So I go to work, and I go with my family, and I do things, and I watch movies, and this is what he does 24/7. This organizer, this guy who is ex-military, he has military training. He 24/7, comes up with stuff, tries to come up with stuff to hurt me, to kill me, or to just screw up my life. So he has a lot of time to to use this technology and be like, oh, well, I could put something over here and it'll get through or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and probably tonight I'll just do another video on on basically what I have, the defenses I have set up, and how I think they're working or not working. It's a nightmare. This is an American nightmare. We're all living in it. The stalkers that I see vehicularly, like the ones with the one light, or they look like creepy people who don't care about justice. They don't care about people. So it's not people who are seeking justice. It's really sick people who like murder and who like hurting people. It's not some kind of justice thing, because I didn't do anything. I'm the most logical person in the world. I haven't violently hurt anybody. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Like, I got up this morning, they were torturing me all night from like 3 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon when I woke up, and nobody will believe that, because nobody thinks there are people out there crazy enough to do that. But I think the thing is, when there's money involved, and it's somebody who's like, oh, well, I sit at my torture station, and I do this, and I experiment with weaponry, and I'm making lots of money. I think it's lots of money. I don't think it's like, oh, you're making like $1,000 a month or something. I think it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars to kill your neighbor and experiment with this equipment. I think it feeds a lot of money to corrupt organizations, and then that's as far as I'm going to go with that. I have more in my mind about, it's basically taking a lot of money away from a lot of things and wasting it, but putting the money in certain places, and that's what this is doing. And when there's a lot of money involved, and a lot of fear involved, and just a lot of crap involved, people do stupid stuff. And I hate it that I'm a rational human being. I love my family. I could help them a lot, and I still will. And I've helped the targeted individual community, and I'm going to get more involved with that. But I could do a lot more, and I could live a life of peace, and I could help people a lot more. And it kills me because I've spent 3 hours today. Well, I spent a lot of my time, because they're always surveilling you in your house. They're remotely surveilling you. So you spend all your time with these people, and it's this crazy lunatic. He's got his wife and his daughters trapped in his house, and I hear them reacting to it, and they're not like involved, but it's just it's lunacy. It's like lunacy. it's just craziness. It's craziness. And everybody wants a piece of it, it seems like. Seems like everybody wants a little piece, and I think that's because of the money aspect. I think even the gang stalkers on the street, they think they're going to get some money if they get close enough to it or whatever. I don't care about them anymore. I'm very angry. They're assholes. They're worse than assholes. Worse than assholes. I mean, they're like serial killer mentality. They torture people in their sleep. But these people, they're okay with that because they can go outside and they look okay. They look like they're not doing anything wrong. They don't care if they really hurt somebody. They care if somebody thinks they're a good person or not. And that's like different from me. Like, if I hurt somebody, it happened. You know, these people, they're sociopaths and psychopaths. And there's a lot of them in our society. There's a lot of them, and they're right under the surface. And I guess you have to learn it sooner or later if there's gonna be weaponry introduced into our society like this. Now, there was that article about the policemen being able to look through our walls or whatever. So we're getting there. We're getting some more information. I mean, they're just torturing the fuck out of me right now as I make this. Like the sides of my head, like the high-pitched voice. Cop just drove by. You know, it might have just been a cop going to a call. But I see at least 30 to 50 cops on an average day, every day. I'm gonna make reports with the FBI, make reports with the city police, make reports with the sheriff's department. Because at the point in my situation, it's like there may be people who I get in trouble for reporting it, like because they catch on to it or they're complicit in it or whatever. But at this point, it doesn't matter because they're murdering me in my home every second of the day. I go to my job, they're murdering me there. It's a lot less because it's remote. Anything that's remote is a lot less than when I go home. They have ground weapons that they can just, especially if I'm still, they can really just train that ground weapon on my body, my genitalia, my chest, or my head, and it hurts. I mean, it's like my whole head right now is stiff, like the back, the sides, the front of my face. Right here, and they just switch around. Probably they just take that ground weapon and they'll hit the left side of my face for a little while, then my head, and just burn it to a crisp. Just burn the nerves. It's horrifying. It's a horrifying torture chamber that my house has become. I don't know if they're coming into my house. I think they are coming into my house and doing little things because I think they have locksmiths that they know. It's a big network of people. Big network of people who are in different occupations around the city, around the world. So I'm sure they know a locksmith or something that is involved in this stuff, and they could easily open my car or my house. And I think that's how they do that. They don't break into your house. They just get a locksmith that they know who's complicit with this, and the locksmith just gives them a key, makes them a key or whatever. They definitely don't come in and try and hurt me, so I'm not going to be doing that. But I just know there are women out there who are so ashamed of this that they're not telling anybody, and don't be ashamed. You should not be ashamed that this is happening. They should be ashamed that they're doing this to anybody. If somebody comes in your house and you're awake, defend yourself. That's every American knows that. That's an American common sense thing. So for gang stalkers, I'm not saying anything that's radical. If somebody comes on your property and is threatening you with weapons, or comes into your house and is going to attack you physically, especially if you're a female, have a weapon ready. Especially if you're a gang stalker and a female, have a weapon nearby, not right by where you sleep, so you don't have an accident or something. But have it where you know where it is. Like I don't know, whatever you think. I wouldn't purchase a gun because that can get you in trouble. That can entrap you. But have something. And I hate saying these things, but I speak a message of peace. I want peace. But if somebody is directly threatening to harm your body, threatening to harm you, and that's so weird because they are harming us all the time with remote stuff. But that's stuff that's going to make us look bad if we attack on that. So you want to make sure they're directly physically attacking you. It's a big ball of shit. Like, this is all a big ball of shit. We're going to try and traverse it. Every gang stalked person out there, every targeted individual, know that I'm working on everything I can, and I'm going to do videos about what happened to the FBI when I filled out a report. I'm going to go into the police and fill out multiple reports at city police and the sheriff's department. Mine is like, I just see people with their one light, with the sunglasses on, a lot of them. And so apparently I'm doing something right. By the end of this weekend, I'll have 30,000 views on my YouTube channel, which thank you so much. That's what I'm trying to just get views up. I'm trying to get people there. I'm trying to get discourse about it. As long as we don't speak out, it'll keep on going. It'll keep on going, and these people will just be able to just kill us and rape us. And they burn my chest so much that I think they have a certain thing that they just keep on my chest, just to keep damaging my heart and keep damaging my lungs. Like last night, though, they want to do it in places like that, when you're like at just a family dinner, or like you're doing something important, or you're doing something where it's like it could make normal people, it could make you look like you're crazy in front of normal people. They like doing that. And it was they had a lot of stuff trained on me, in the side of my head, in my chest, and I got up, my eyes were watering, and I started coughing, and it wasn't, and especially if you're eating a lot of food, they love to microwave the contents of your stomach, or microwave the food as it goes down in your trachea, and that also makes it hurt more, as they're burning your lungs and your heart too. But just be careful. Like, I say those things about defending yourself. That's to protect yourself. Like, if somebody comes into your house, the other stuff gets a lot more tricky. I'm lucky to have my attackers right in the houses around me. I know a lot of people don't. It's coming remotely from a distance, so you can't, like, put stuff up, but I'd guarantee you those plates will work if it's somebody right by you. To put a plate, one of those defender plates up, it'll dull that down. They're evil people. They're evil murderers. It never ends. It never ends. The gang stalking, because what they do, this is what cowards do. They're cowards, so they can't come out and directly do something to you, because people would be like, you're crazy. They'd point at them and they'd say that they're crazy. So they just sit in the shadows and they just hit you every second of the day, because they don't have a life. Like, these people, they don't have a life. This guy, he could do this his whole life, and he has a family. Like, and his family is very, very unhappy that he's doing this. Like, and he would do this his whole life, and he would, at the end of his life, be so satisfied and just like, I've done such a great job. He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath. His beliefs are so bizarre and shitty. He does this all the time. Normal people don't believe us, because these people have such shitty beliefs that they would do this and work on this 24 hours a day. I look crazy, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter, because it's so horrifying, and it will proliferate in our society. More people will do it. I see girls doing the one light thing, stalking me because, they've been told something about me, and they're compartmentalized. They don't know I'm being microwaved in my home. They definitely don't know that young women all around this country and the world are being raped in their houses, poisoned in their houses, and microwaved in their genitals, and microwaved and killed in their homes. The gang stalking women who have one light on would never do it if they knew that. So this is a compartmentalized thing. It acts very militarized. It's very militarized, and there are police involved in it. I don't know how much they know, but there are definitely police involved. There are definitely authority figures involved. It's scary. I don't like saying that stuff, because it definitely marks me more, and they need to shut me up more. But they're already killing me. It's so fierce killing and torture, and bizarre, just sexual torture. It's got to be stopped. Somebody's got to speak out. There are so many people giving their testimonies around. It doesn't really help my single situation to be doing these testimonies, but they would be killing me either way. So it's not like I have a choice. Like, this guy, I think he has a choice. He could turn off his equipment. He could not hand out ground weapons to people who live around me. Like, he had a choice. Like, people came and asked him to do this, that were connected to when it first started happening to me. He had a choice. Like, I don't have a choice. Like, people who are being trapped and raped in their homes, we don't really have a choice because they're going to do it anyway. So you either fight against it or you die. You either fight against it or you just hide it and die. You die of cancer, you die. I mean, because that stuff, it seems like that stuff's going to roll however it rolls. So we've got to fight it and try and stop it because that's the only way that we're ever going to get out of this. I haven't actually seen a lot of one lights today on Saturday. I've seen a lot of policemen. The fire department is also involved. EMS workers are involved, and that makes the whole point of this, and to get authority figures that are connected to whatever organization they're connected with, funneling money into wherever they're funneling money into these agencies, and then they can also, make you look really crazy. You're saying an EMS worker's involved? Oh, EMS workers save people. Why would they be involved in this? I don't know. I just know there are EMS workers involved, and I have that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I see EMS workers with tinted windows. I see fire department trucks with tinted windows. I see policemen with tinted windows. I don't see how our authority figures having a bunch of tinted windows and not being able to be seen by the public and gang stalking them. I don't see how that helps us at all. I don't see how that helps make people trust them. I don't see how shooting them with microwaves and caravanning innocent Americans helps people to trust any authority figures either. This whole thing is a wash for everybody. It's evil for regular American citizens, and it's bad for these agencies. I think people are getting money, so that all goes away. Like, our futures go away. They'll just, they'll send us down the river, and they don't care. If we're making money in the present, then, human life and our human futures, our children's futures, our legacy that we leave, that's all. Nobody cares if money is involved. I think there's some big money involved. I think they're spending a lot of money to stalk and do chemtrails and harass innocent Americans. So I think a lot of money's being spent, but then it's being redistributed through the right channels that they want it distributed. The stalkers, the organizers who organize this stuff. I do. I guess I'm already there. So in the police agencies and FBI and CIA, those agents that cooperate in this, the money goes to them too. So it's being used, being wasted on attacking innocent American civilians, and then it's being redistributed back to the people who are actually wasting the money, and so they get money to waste money. And they kill American citizens. So it all kind of works out for the worst. I don't see what they think they're building. I don't understand what they think they're doing. I guess it's just they're bored and they're always upset and they could never be at peace. So why not just do this? Just find some people that are in peace who don't want to be messed with and just murder the fuck out of them. That's what it looks like to me. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. And I look crazy. I look crazy. My friend at work doesn't believe me. My brother and me don't even talk anymore. I don't think it's because of this. He does stuff. He's busy. But, yeah, I'm the one who looks crazy. And these people are murdering in mob fashion. Mob as in mobs that get together, and mobs as in mobsters. And I'm the one who looks crazy for trying to tell the truth and trying to tell y'all the truth to just protect y'all, just so y'all won't feel alone and you won't feel scared. And people have done that for me too. Many target individuals have done that for me. They've made me feel safe. There's somebody out there experiencing the same things. And actually, when it first started, I would see these testimonies and I'd be like, this guy is nuts. He's talking about stuff being hit in his car, what remotely hit with microwaves in his car, because it had just started. It was just it was on the frontier of it for me. But yeah, then it really does start to happen. They remotely hit you. You get V2K 24 hours a day. And I'm sure they can put that stuff on looping. Um, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. It is happening. It's a big program, and there's a lot of money being spent, and there's a lot of money being made. And whoever came up with this program, they had think tanks for this. They had think tanks with psychiatrists involved, with police involved, with NSA involved, with whoever. They had think tanks for this stuff. So the psychiatry part about make somebody look like they're crazy. I'm not saying there were just all the psychiatrists in the world in there. There were just people who were very familiar with psychiatry and what it looked like when somebody was crazy, and what their rule book said somebody had to look like when they were crazy. And there were people from all these walks of life in these think tanks to come up with something like this, because it costs so much money to do this, and it makes so much money. And this is a program that is experimenting with these directional energy weapons. Corporations are funneling their money into this to practice. Raytheon, whoever makes microwave weapons, these remote stations. It's weapons that have been used by our military, and they're making these weapons. They're experimenting with them. They're seeing how, exactly what they do. And they are doing it for our military, and I'm sure a lot of these ex-military guys, they've seen war and they've seen their brothers die, and they're like, well, if we test these weapons, we won't have to see any more of our brothers die. We'll be able to kill somebody from a distance, but I'm an American, so they're killing Americans. So it's a very, very confused situation, a very evil situation, and I don't care. I don't care that some ex-military guys are like, well, this is good because then, our troops won't die. Let's just not send our troops. Let's not kill Americans. Let's come up with some other way. Like, it's so confused, and it's like, oh, we can use these weapons to remotely kill people, and we'll be safe in war, but you're killing Americans with them. So it's a wipe. It's like they're saying, what these people are kind of doing is they're like, well, this one guy doesn't matter, even though he hasn't done anything wrong. This one guy or this one girl or this one person, but these one people, they become thousands upon thousands upon thousands in our world. And so practicing with these weapons and funneling money into them, it becomes killing thousands of people. But this one guy who's doing it to me, he's like, well, it's just this one guy. So it's really a reduction of the horror and the atrocity that's happening. And that's what I find. These people are great. These stalkers are great at reducing humanity, at reduction of everything, at reduction of what they're doing. And reduction, I mean just kind of whittling it down. Like, he's whittled it down to where it's just me and him, where his family being destroyed, that's kind of it's compartmentalized and thrown out. They're very good at reducing things to a point where they can do horrors. Horrors. And I guess that's my thing in life, and maybe why I was picked. I don't know. I don't reduce things. I actually make them more complicated. Like if a human's being hurt, I make it very complicated. I make it very complicated for me and everybody else, because I don't want a human being to be hurt, and I don't want thousands upon thousands. I mean, I'm like maybe hundreds of thousands. I want to find some real numbers, because I'm not like they just scatter me, like they torture me, and then so I just make these little random videos. But I really do, like that guy once said, I need to be more scientific about it. And I think if I tried to do that, there would be a balance for me. I'd still be I'd still be able to be subjective and have my emotions about it, but I would have some hard cold numbers, and I'd be able to state things firmly and factually. So I think if I really tried to do that, I think I would come out with a balance. I don't know. I mean, they're really hurting me. I don't know if I'll be able to keep my job. I'm good at it. I carry it out, but I forget small things. My friend at work could tell you that. And it does, my boss was like, she's like, you're good, but you overthink things and something's not clicking. And she's very anal retentive. She's very detail oriented. So when I come into work and I'm like, I've been microwaved all night, there's something going on. She knows there's something going on that's just scratching at her. She knows that there's something, but she can't place her hand. Then she's saying it's just not clicking. She's like, you're good and you're doing your work. And I don't want to talk too much about my work because I do want to keep that job. It's great. And God has blessed me with that. And I like seeing money in my bank account. And I'll do everything for those people there at that job. And they're not gang stalking me. People who are close to me, even if they would become gang stalkers or something, usually go away from it because they start to know who I really am. People far away from me can easily gang stalk because they separate themselves and they reduce it to, I guess you're a lump of flesh or whatever. I don't know how they do it. Because I'm not that type of person. It's very scary. And we gotta fight it. Even if I do lose this job, I'm not gonna do anything that would I'm not going to do anything that would compromise this job or anything like that, but this guy's not going to stop. He's not going to stop torturing me. He's just not going to do it. There's something involved where he has a strong belief or he's getting money, and I'm pretty sure it's money. I'm pretty sure a lot of it, probably 75% or more than that, maybe 95% of why this is happening is money related, is using money and then people getting money, and that's a sad fact in our society now. Is that a lot of things have to do with just money, and so a couple of dead Americans, thousands upon thousands, can't stand up to a stack of money, and then we become mobsters. And these gang stalkers, we should just call them mobsters. I don't see the point of calling them gang stalkers. They're just mobsters. They're killing people for money. They're killing their brothers for money. So it's a complicated situation. Every human situation is complicated. I just got to believe in God. I got to believe in Jesus Christ. I got to believe that He will give me the strength to push through this however He needs. And I might die. I might not get there with you guys, but it will be stopped. And I say I shouldn't go there because, I guess we create things in our lives. I definitely didn't create this guy shoot me with microwave weapons, with directed energy weapons. But other people they do. Like our psychiatric industry and people, what they think about mental illness. They think that I'm just like this fearful guy who's created this in my mind. And I guarantee you the think tanks had psychiatrists to be like, well, people will take this, they'll accept this, they won't listen to this, and they really, the sad thing to me is that somebody said people will do this. We'll give them enough money, or they'll believe this or that, and they'll do this. They'll join in. And they were right. It's the saddest thing to me. It's like they said, people will do this. And they were right. The evil people who want us to kill each other, who want to practice weapons on each other and kill families and destroy our finances and destroy. They said they'll do this. Somebody of a think tank said they'll do this. They'll do this to each other. If we do it slowly enough and get it, grow it slowly enough and boil them all like frogs in water, they'll do this. They'll be afraid enough, or they won't have enough money, or they'll believe this or that, or they'll think they're doing something for their country. We'll trick them. And they'll do this. I was never prepared in my life. I had great parents, and, I went to Sunday school and college, and this. Who's prepared for this? And you had somebody working on it, saying they'll do this. Alright, guys. Not the happiest ending, not the happiest situation. So, I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm really depressed. It's my weekend off, and I'm dealing with this. I guess this is it. And when I go to work, it's weird because, I don't know, it's like going to work puts me in more danger because I'm like out in the open. So an American going to an honest job, they use that to hurt me more. And I just don't know what I'm dealing with sometimes. I don't know evil like this. Like, I was always taught that Americans were good, we protect each other. You know, there are people who go fight for our country. You know, like my family has fought, you know, almost in World War II. Both my grandfathers, my dad in Vietnam. Me, I tried to join the army, but I have Crohn's. But I fought in my ways. Like, I haven't just done nothing and taken and taken. Like, I've given. And that's what you do to be a soldier. You give. You know, that's what I had thought. But this, like, I don't know. I guess this changes everything in our country to where, I mean, everybody's getting more and more evil, and just if they get some money, they'll kill somebody. And not have a second thought about it. There are people that, like, I know if this guy who's doing this to me, I know he's like, I'm going to get him out of here, or I want it to be over. Like, he'll say stuff like that, or kind of to that kind of point. And I know that if he killed me tonight, like if he stopped my heart tonight, burnt my brain, microwaved me to crisp, which I feel like right now, he would not feel anything. He wouldn't feel any remorse or guilt at all. Not at all. Not one bit. Not one bit. He'd be like, alright, good, got it done. He may even move on to the next one, to the next target individual, to make more money. They'd maybe move him to another site where another target individual, move him up close to another target individual, and he'd treat it like a mission and a job, making money and doing a mission. And he would not even have a second thought about hurting me or my family or killing me. He hasn't had one this whole time while he's been doing this. He hasn't had one little flicker of conscience to stop him from doing this. He's not a good guy. Like, I look at him as not a good guy. I'd like to know what he thinks he is. Like, that is I'm very curious to want to know what he thinks he is. Like, does he think he's like this soldier and I'm really a dangerous person? Is he crazy like that? Or is he like, well, I'm making money and this is one guy and I'm helping the military so that real people don't die and their lives will be saved for this one person. You know, I'd really like to know what he thought. But I guess in the end, crazy, insane psychopaths, it doesn't matter what they think. They're going to kill, they're going to destroy and do things, and in the end it doesn't matter what they think. You know, because what they think isn't going to help anything. It's just going to drive you insane. Like, it'll just drive you insane along with them killing you. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. It's been about 45 minutes, and I've depressed y'all enough and myself. Sometimes we gotta be depressed, though, out of apathy, and we gotta, talk about stuff that's depressing. Because we got some stuff. Like, I don't know, that is a good thing that article came out. And there will be more articles coming out about this stuff. Like I said, we've got to flood it with our information. When information comes out like that, and it's mass media, we got to flood it with ours. We got to, back it up and just shoot our information out, while that's happening. While good information, we can't let people forget about it. We got to keep on putting our information on top of it. So keep fighting. I'm really in a lot of pain. It starts to accumulate. I guess after 5 years, 5 to 7 years, because I'm not even sure, when the torturing began, because they want to do it without you even knowing you're being tortured. They want to hide it within something, if you think you're sick or something like that, and so you look crazy, so people won't believe you. God, I can't believe there's evil like this in our world. Why is this so surprising to me? I just, like, I think just be reasonable. Like, make money by going to a job. Like, have a family and take care of them. Like, just reasonable thoughts. And, like, there are people who are so unreasonable. They're like, I don't know you, but I was told that I'm going to gang stalk you. And it's so unreasonable, but they're like, yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Let's burn him, you know? I hear people that are in my neighborhood around the house, they're like, let's burn him down. Let's burn this motherfucker down. That guy's fucking crazy. Yeah, fucking crazy. Like, I mean, it's psycho. I mean, it's murder and killing. And they're just like, yeah, let's go ahead and get this done. Let's get this done. And then it hasn't gotten less bad since I've started making the videos, since I've made so many videos. I don't want to lie to y'all and say, oh, well, they've gone away because, you know, I think I want to reach a point, well, I don't know. I've got plans. I'll tell them to you guys. And I'm going to make another video tonight. I got to get these downloaded. Oh, I got to get them downloaded to my USB. My USB is at my parents'. But I'll get them all downloaded. You guys support me. I got 500 views in like one day on my YouTube channel. So don't think that your information is not being seen. You know, I've got to hurry though. Like I've got time restrictions on me because they're killing my body, and I've already got Crohn's. So I gotta get with it. You guys, y'all make y'all's videos, get the information out how you can. Just go make a report to the FBI or make a report to your local police station, or write a book if you don't trust any of those people. I don't know who to trust. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know who to trust. I don't know if, like, I know today I was going in and I didn't say anything about going to make a report to the FBI except to y'all. And then I put on my yellow book because I'm looking the street that it's on. And I couldn't find it. And I looked at yellow book and it was shut down immediately. So, you know, this guy they may have, you know, he may know somebody in the FBI who he can kind of put there when I do go in, if he can prepare for it. But if you do stuff impromptu, they can't, you know, predict it. Maybe not. Maybe I go in there and I talk to some FBI agents and they're all good. I don't know who to trust. And I wouldn't call myself paranoid. I call myself aware. I was thinking about that today, that it's like, you know, are you paranoid if you do really have people coming after you trying to hurt you? Yeah, I guess you're paranoid, but if you know and it's true, then you're really aware. I think paranoia is safe for people who are paranoid and nobody's coming after them. Alright guys, I love you. God bless you in your fight. Just stay strong and stay defended. Defend your body. Defend your spirit. You know, trust in God. Really trust in God. And I've got to do that too. Cause I saw there's a lady with one light. It's a younger woman. I just questioned that if she knew that women were being raped and poisoned and murdered in their homes, shot in their genitals with microwaves, like, would she be participating in this? And the answer is a clear no. Because she's not getting any money. She's just told, like, I guess there's training programs or whatever for citizens in neighborhoods that if there's a dangerous person, they do the one light thing, or maybe they would. Maybe they're involved in an organization that doesn't care about other women dying, and they're just like, well, we're involved in this weird kind of cultish thing. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of theories, but I don't know. I don't know factually, you know, what everybody's thinking when they gang stalk. Like, I know some of them, what they're thinking. They're thinking I can get some money, or I like hurting people, but I don't know what all of them are thinking. It's too crazy. You go there, people doing every reason that somebody could come up with gang stalking or microwaving somebody's going to be crazy or selfish or evil. I guess evil goes along with crazy. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Just be safe, stay safe, and I'm going to start getting on the conference calls for the Foundation from Safety from Electronic Harassment. I'm going to try and start getting on those and getting connected with you guys, because I made these videos, but now I'm really dying. Like, it's so much pain. I can't, like tonight, I can't even count on just having a night of sleep on a weekend that I've worked for like 2 weeks without being off, and have an off weekend. I mean, I'm going to my house, and they're gonna be at war, and this is the weekend. The guys next door will be drinking, and enjoying the torture, and then the organizer will have some people up in his house, and this is what they're doing for the weekend. It's what they've been doing for the weekend for like 2.5 years. It's crazy. It's what they always do. Like, I can't see somebody who would do this, like, who wouldn't want to just go watch a movie or something like that. There's a one-light car. It's a blue little, and it's some dude. One-light car right there. Look how nice the car is. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's a blue car. Real nice. Everything on it's just perfect. But just that one light. And they're all over the place. And they're all over the place. They're all over me, swarming me. Putting the weight down. That's what cowards do. I mean, that's what these cowards do. They put weight on you. Because they can't just come. This guy would never confront me one-on-one. He's like too weak. He's got to get a lot of people involved and put weight on me. I find that he's a weak coward. To torture somebody in their sleep, I think you're a weakling and a fucking coward and an evil person. That's just my opinion, I guess. It's a lot of people's opinion. I think if they knew that people were torturing people in their sleep, I think they would think those people are cowards and evil and weaklings. Like, there's the majority of people would think that. I guess this minority of gang stalkers and psychopaths, we've got to smoke them out somehow. Like, people have to know about this information so it'll back them off. So they really are, like, cowards can do a lot of damage. Like, they can be real petty, but also do a lot of destruction. Man, these guys are nuts. Like, they're nuts. Alright, and I know, like, people who have never gone through gang stalking, they'll look at this video and they'll be like, this guy, he is crazy. He's crazy. He's lost his mind. Like, I don't care. It's really happening. Really happened. There's another one-light car. Little SUV right there. Oh, I'm so tired. I got like 12 hours of sleep last night. My dad, he asks me every weekend, he says, well, so you're going to catch up on your sleep this weekend? And like, I just pause. I'm like, yeah, and I know exactly what's going to happen. They're burning me. I mean, they're baking me in my house while asleep. The guy's built up his arsenal enough to where I defend myself, but I'm being burned alive. Burned alive. And there's like 2 girls going to a party tonight. There's regular people driving around. They're going out or to spend time with their family or just to go watch a movie. And they're burning the side of my face right now, right here. Pressure and burning on the side of my head. And I know that I'm not going to even be able to sleep. Like, they're going to be just trying to rape my brain and cook me. That's what I know I have. And so it's Saturday night. I have nobody to go hang out with. I don't want to call my friend who would totally, I haven't seen him in a long time, but he'd be like, well, no, my friend at work, I think he called, I don't know. I don't really want to hang out with anybody tonight, though. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll be trying to be fun. Like, I mean, it was fun last night, but it's so hard when you're in, like, pain and your whole body feels like, cooked spaghetti, I guess, and you're trying to, like, people are having fun and they're relaxed, and, you're, like, trying to get through something fun. You're trying to survive it for as long as you can and look like you're okay, and that's, it's not in your mind, and everybody thinks that there's something in your mind. It's just something in your mind. I mean, they're cooking my brain. I guess that's something in my mind. Cooking it. Woke up one morning this week and it was like just the worst headache I've ever had. And like somebody had been just focusing the directed energy right at my head the whole night. Probably cooked my brain a little bit. There are people who don't know anything about this, and they're going to a party or going to see their girlfriend. I really hope God has a plan for me, for all this. It's so bad. I just want peace in my life. Like, I just want peace. These people are gonna fillet me. I mean, I'm gonna go to my house, they'll fillet me tonight. I may not die. I don't know how much the body can take of microwave energy, directed energy. Alright, I know. I've been depressing on this one. Wow. I want to document it all. I want to document it when I'm feeling, and I feel like really, because I mean, this is Saturday. I should be with friends or with a girlfriend. Like, I'm working hard, and like, I'm not doing anything to anybody, and I've never done anything to anybody. I shouldn't be dealing with murderers all day long. All day long, it's all they do. It's all they do. I'm so sick of it. Alright, guys, well, I'll see you on the next one. Stay positive. I guess if you're feeling really like this, make a video. I'm gonna document it. Like, I'll never lie to y'all. Y'all being whoever wants to watch these YouTube videos, I'll never lie to you. I'll never lie to you about what I think about this or how I feel. There's no need to. There's no need to lie in life at all. And as I see these people lie, I realize it more and more. That lying leads to destruction, murder. It leads to destruction, murder, and more evil than you could shake a stick at. If people aren't truthful and transparent. There's ways to help, and there's ways to make money, and there's ways to have a good society without lying. Alright, guys, I will see you on the next one. Stay strong, stay positive. I'm positive most of the time, but I'm just like thinking, it's Saturday night, I'm just watching all the people it's like, I guess it's about 6, and people are getting ready to go out, or they're going to hang out with friends, and I have y'all, but we're not, it's not like, we're connected in what we're going through, but it's like, I don't know. Alright, guys, peace and love, God bless you, God bless us all, God save us all. Try and have fun with your lives. Try and hang out with your friends and stuff like that. Try and be less isolated, because they'll use that against you. Alright, I love you guys. Live long and prosper. I feel I have to go back to that house. If I go to my parents' house, they're going to hit me remotely hard enough so I can't find any peace there. I can't go anywhere in this country, or maybe this world, and just my body be at peace, like not be ripped apart by directed energy weapons. Gotta stop this. Gotta stop this so we can get one night of sleep, guys. So we can all have one night of not being roasted in our beds. Electrocuted, directed energy weapons, just microwaving us in our sleep. I haven't had one night of sleep in 5 years. Not one where there wasn't high-pitched sounds or crushing in my head, or my chest, cooking me alive. Alright, guys, I love y'all. We'll get through this. Keep getting information out. I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad I'm saying what I'm saying. It's true. It doesn't matter what people believe or don't believe, because this isn't about belief. This is about what's actually happening. And I mean, I can't wish this away. I wish I could go to a policeman and he could get this guy out of his house and really search his house. I know the FBI is doing an investigation, but I haven't heard anything about it, and maybe never will. So we gotta get the information out. Courts are already looking into this kind of technology, so it's on its way. So hold steady, and keep on getting information out. Keep on doing what you think is right. Protect yourselves. If somebody breaks into your house, for God's sakes, protect yourself. I mean, I speak peace and stuff like that, but I know we're not morons. You protect yourself. If somebody's coming and attacking you on your property, and that's a common across the board thing. But I get worried when I speak about peace that these people are very dangerous and they're killers. So if they're on your property, trying to kill you, or in your house trying to kill you, fight back. Okay. All right, guys. I love y'all. Peace out. Do not be ashamed of any of this stuff going on. You're not the ones who need to be ashamed. Targeted individuals, I know that they'll make you look crazy, and me even doing this video, and I haven't even talked about the psychotronic weapons. That'll make you look real crazy if you talk about that, and I'm going to talk about it a lot. I'm just building up to it. I'm getting my videos ready. I'm getting my arsenal and my mind ready, and I'm building up, because it doesn't matter at this point. Like, I gotta do what's in my heart, and I gotta follow God. I gotta follow good in God. There's evil all around. It's like there's evil in our society. Americans, why would Americans do this? I could never believe this. Like, somewhere else it would happen. Alright, guys. I'm gonna peace out on that note of despair. No, don't despair. Keep fighting. It gets sad sometimes because it's so bizarre and crazy. I love y'all. Trust in God, and I'm gonna try and trust in God more. I need to. I'm gonna pray. Just protect your bodies as much as you can. And we'll get through this. And we'll have normal lives. We've suffered so much. We deserve it. Alright, I love you guys. Good night.